G'day, thought I'd share with you some wine displays I'm going to make out of some recycled Aussie hardwood. It's pretty obviously rough soil, weathered in some of the areas. Some people see timber like this, they see firewood. Not me, definitely don't see this as firewood. You see, as I said, wine displays, small tabletops, chopping boards, serving trays, anti-pesto boards, whatever your imagination can come up with. This stuff here is, I know, is over 100 years old, because I know where I got it from and know the background of the building that it's come from. Process I go through and use any or get any sort of recycled timber. First thing that happens when it comes into a garage here, gets the metal detector thrown over it. Go over each face on each edge twice, minimum twice. Cut off any gnarly ends. Basically, I'll go over with a wire brush, and then shop back, get rid of any grit and dirt, or as much dirt and grit as I can. I don't like high pressure cleaning any sort of timber that I'm going to use, wetting it down with a hose or anything like that. Fine. Previously when I did try that, could wait a month for it to re-dry, so I found that fairly pointless. I know running the rough soil stuff, the recycled stuff through a jointer and through the thicknesser, you don't get much life out of your blades being recycled. There's little bits of grit in there you'll never get out. The only way you're going to get them out is going through these things. So quite prepared. Sometimes when we run a lot of recycled stuff through the jointer, the blades need sharpening. With this unit here, blades aren't resharpenable, they're basically disposable, double-sided when you get them, so every now and then when they get dull, spin them around. Just the price you pay for working with recycled timber. The big main thing is you get all the nuts and bolts and nails out before you get it with your jointer. So the next stage, now once I've gone over the jointer, I've got one face and one edge perfectly at 90 degrees and flat and straight. Very important that you do that. No point coming away from the jointer if you haven't achieved that before you put it through the thicknesser. Otherwise you're just going to copy anything that's not straight and square. It'll just copy it through the thicknesser. Glue the boards up, we'll have all sorts of trouble. So jointed, ready to go through the thicknesser now. Do that, then cut it in half, get them ready to glue up. One board will make one wine display, so they'll be cut in half, glued together, and then shaped and so forth. So we'll do that now. Ready for the glue up now. I use paddle clamps to glue up. Put new tape on the rails. The other tape is a bit ratty, a bit worn out. If you only have a pair of paddle clamps, you can use parallel clamps. Any clamps you've got, basically, they'll hold two pieces together. I'm going to do 4 at a time. Obviously, don't have the room to do 4 at a time or something like this. Obviously just do 1 at a time. The way I do it is go in and show you the way I glue them up. Just explain the reason why I do this. Anytime you tend to start doing a glue up, as some of us will know, things can turn pear-shaped, things don't line up, and it starts to sit in. So the way I do this is with the paddle clamps, is glue up the edges. Don't place them, stick them together. This is type 1 2, so it's got a very short open time. It'll go tack off very quickly. Actually hold the two boards together basically within a couple of minutes. So if you glue the two edges up, set them in there like that, put them in the paddle clamp. By the time I got to the last one, down the 4th one down here, this one would have gone off, have no pressure on it. So when they're clamped up together, could be sitting like that, exaggerated. And that's what I mean about things going pear-shaped. If you're worried about that, you can use type on make an extended life glue. It gives you a long open time. You could glue two faces together with that, put it in the clamp. By the time I got to the end one, I'd still be able to move these around if I had to. But that's what's in this box at the moment. So, and it goes, I'd start working on these 2 to 3 hours later. Start sanding, drilling the holes, whatever I want to do. Find the glue brush. Just keep them in their pairs. Okay, that's all taken out of the panel clamps, and what I've done is just docked off the ends on the table saw, just still oversized to what I really want, the length that I need. Now to decide, what sort of shape do you want to turn these glue like that, if you want to, if that's what you like. Cut them into a perfect square. You could even turn these into circles, whatever you like. Want to be triangles, whatever. What I'm going to do with these guys is, in Australia we play a sport called Australian rules football, and what that is, if you haven't seen it, it's where we play a game, we chase around what we call a footy. It's shaped like this, made out of kangaroo hide, and it's dyed bright red. So I'm going to make mine this shape, footy shape, Aussie rules footy shape. As you can see, I've just got a little template that I've made up. This has just been printed out on my computer, basically the shape of the outside shape of it, and then I just sat down with a pencil and a ruler and marked up the accents if you want to make them. If I want to make them with accent pieces in them like this one, just gives me a bit of a reference. What's the minimum width of this board, and so forth. Obviously the same on the other side. How wide the accents need to be, so that you end up with a blank. This is what I call a blank, which is longer and wider than the actual template. Otherwise it's not going to work. So we've got all that done now. Place it down on here, run it around the outside of the template with the pencil, then take them over and just rough cut them out on the bandsaw, stone a couple of mil off the line all the way around. Once that's done, then what I'll do is these two holes here that will get drilled in the actual display. I won't be drilling those the full diameter of those out on the template, nor will I be drilling out the one for the neck of the bottle. All that's going to happen here is going to drill about a 3/16 maybe hole through there, and through there. Once I've rough cut one out, line it back up where it needs to be, and then you could double side tape these things down onto the display to then take them over to the round table and run the flush trim bit around to clean it right up. So as I said, you could use double sided tape. I don't, get this thing back off, get the tape off, bit of a pain in the backside. Just luckily with what I'm doing here, this is not always the case, because you don't want to end up drilling holes in your products if you're going to end up seeing them. So I'll be just whacking 2 screws through those 3/16 holes just to hold that in place while I run it around the rouse table. Once that's done, then I unscrew these, and then through those screw holes, that's where the Forstner bit will locate the centre of those holes. Drill them out for the glasses to hang off, drill out the one for the neck of the bottle, and it'll be a bit of finishing off, a bit of sanding, maybe some round overs, and coat of something. So we'll get into that now. All of them rough cut out on bandsaw. Drill about 3 holes in the template there. And, now it's that screwing this down to the blank, like so. Making sure it's centered up where I want it. Make sure you've got it hard down and onto the blank. Now it's ready to go over to the router table. Run the flush trim bin around the outside of it. And get all the other 8 of them, 7 of them, whatever it is done. All of them flushed off on the router table now, ready to drill the centre hole with the neck of the bottle to go through. Drill all them out. We'll do the ends, drill the ends out for the glasses. That's all the holes drilled. Now all I'm going to do is cut a little wedge out of here, each end. The glasses slide in and run it around on the router table, put it round over, and we're ready for some finish. Yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to a fellow Aussie woodworker called Sumo's Projects. Link to his channel is below in the description. He's got together with a couple of other Aussie woodworkers to form what they're calling the Aussie 4x2 challenge, where you see what you can make out of a piece of 4x2. Sumo does some good things over there on his channel, so I highly recommend you head over there and check him out. Here they are, all finished off, single coat of boiled linseed oil on them. I do think the boiled linseed oil for projects like this out of recycled timber is the best. It really highlights the grain in the recycled timber, and also really lifts and highlights any accent timbers that you might use in amongst that Aussie hardwood there. Yeah, I think they've come up really well. These types of projects or this type of wine display are a great Christmas gift, birthdays, anniversaries, any sort of celebration. This type of thing is a great gift to give away. I think if you had a stall at a weekend market, these would be quite easy to sell. I think they'd be a really good seller at a weekend market. I don't have one of those, don't have time for that sort of thing. But some of you out there may be looking for something to add to your weekend stall that you have at a market. Here's something that you could quite easily, quickly make up. They're not too hard to make up. Once you make your template and you got into the swing of things, you'd pump them out pretty quick. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, quite happy for you to give me a thumbs down. I'd rather you give me something rather than nothing. And until next time, it's Uru.